Hey guys, happy Foodie Friday. Yes, another week has passed and here we all are and it's Friday again. Hope everyone is having a good week. Hope my candy maker friends survived Valentine's Day and all of the hullabaloo that surrounds it. If you are new to Foodie Friday with 48 blocks, each week, most weeks, I do a quick post and talk about what goes on behind the scenes of the candy company. Some weeks we talk about products. Some weeks we talk about things that I'm working on that may not be products. But back during the pandemic, one of the things that I did with Marshmallow MBA was try to theme the Foodie Fridays. If that's something that's interesting to you, let me know down below, and I'm happy to do it again. I'm going to go a little deep dive this week, not about candy products, but more about the economics of the candy business. I joke that I'm sort of a candy business evangelist. One of the things that was a differentiator for Marshmallow MBA was really that we identified not as a candy shop, but as a woman-owned manufacturing company. It certainly saved us during the pandemic when manufacturing was a core business. It allowed us to stay up and running during that time. So 2020 wasn't quite as hard on us as it was for a traditional candy store, and I'm super grateful for that. I'm really glad that we had online infrastructure in place, that we had e-commerce in place. But one of the things that I want to talk about today is really about economics and economic impact of the candy industry. So pulled some numbers, pulled some statistics, did some analysis. Okay, not much analysis. Pulled some numbers, pulled some statistics, and I'm getting a lot from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, which has crazy interesting data tables, as well as the NCA, the National Candy Association. It's a trade association. They're lobbying for the candy industry, but they're super expensive and we're not members. But they've got lots of data that I like to use, and I think it's important to know, that each small candy shop or each small candy maker that's out there is part of a bigger picture, and we do impact the economy in ways that maybe more people don't know about. So I thought today would be a good day to talk about that. The numbers in the data tables, the statistics that I have are all coming from 2022. That's the most recent data that's out there. And no, the whole book is not full of information. We're still being respectful of the time. But as always, I'm going to talk numbers. If you've got questions, if you have comments, please put them down below this video. Also, it helps me know that I'm not just talking to a wall, which I do plenty of. But let's start at a B school term, macro level of this. So if we're looking specifically at the United States, we're not looking at the global candy market. I just wanted to look specifically at impact in the United States. So, although it would be interesting for Retail Confectioners International to maybe pull some data together global, and if I can get that, I would be happy to use that. So, national impact. So take a wild guess. We're talking retail sales here for this biggest number. So interesting that one of our data points, 99% of people living in the U.S. buy candy at least once a year. 99%. That's everything from grabbing a bean to bar, handcrafted, hand milled, hand everything done artisanal chocolate bar to grabbing CBD gummies at the convenience store. So 99% of people in the U.S. are buying candy at least once a year. You know, it struck me because people are so polarized and everybody's got to be either hurt or angry about something, that candy is kind of a unifier. Sure, it's a sweet treat, you know, it's just candy. It's not insulting anybody. But it's nice to know that there's something out there that is still a unifier in the current climate. As an aside, welcome back, Jon Stewart, to The Daily Show. You're saving me. So, just an aside. So, national impact. Retail sales of candy, 2022, $42 billion in candy sales. Billion with a B. So for all of us that are small manufacturers, small candy makers, we're still part of that $42 billion in sales. Not for nothing, Marshmallow MBA sold $250,000, million with an M, $250,000 in marshmallows over the course of 7 years, wholesale and retail. I'm kind of proud of that number. So, what else? There's something called the multiplier effect. And that speaks to, for every one candy job, one candy employee, one candy business owner, for each one job within the candy industry, supports 11 additional jobs. That's beyond economic impact. That is, that's more than money. Studies show when people have jobs, when people work, it gives them more self-esteem. It provides the opportunities to grow as people. It creates communities. For every one candy job, there are 11 other jobs that are being supported. So I just find that fascinating to me. It's the national multiplier effect. National multiplier effect. You would think with all the F's that I use, I could pronounce that word. So national multiplier effect. One job supports 11 additional jobs. $49 billion, again with the B, $49 billion in economic output. All candy. This is all candy. Candy makers, candy manufacturers, and sellers and distributors and brokers pay in taxes combined, federal, state, and local combined. We are paying $13.7 billion in taxes. When you talk about the U.S. economy and your tax dollars at work, this is us. $13.7 billion in taxes. Blows my mind. Blows my mind. How many jobs? So, jobs in the U.S. We're focused on jobs in the U.S. 696,558 jobs. That's almost 700,000 jobs in the U.S. within the candy industry, the confectionery industry. Of that, about 203,000 are direct jobs, and this would be manufacturing jobs, retail jobs, wholesale brokerage jobs, so sales jobs for wholesale, which is space that we play in. We're looking at a wholesale broker, more to come on that. First, we got to get a kitchen. But retail jobs and manufacturing jobs. So it's 180,000 jobs right there. And then again, remember that multiplier effect. So for every one of those jobs, there are 11 additional jobs supported. You do the math on that one. That was a step too far for me. In Virginia specifically, which is where 48 Blocks Fine Candy is headquartered, the numbers were interesting as well. It's almost 14,000 total jobs, with 1,000 of them related specifically to manufacturing. Hands in. This would be the folks that are getting the sugar burns. These are our candy stylists who are doing our packaging. These are the folks that are helping us with shipping directly inside the company. So 1,000 of them are manufacturers. 563 wholesale brokerage jobs. So wholesale sellers, just in Virginia. And then 2,661 retail jobs in Virginia. You know, sure, candy's fun and people like having a sweet treat, but numbers don't lie. And I think it's important as candy manufacturers, as candy makers, as chocolatiers, specialty candy makers. I think it's important that we promote our value to federal, state, and local government reps. I've been doing a little bit more with the Chamber of Commerce now that I'm back in Virginia full time, except when I'm at the beach. But within the Chamber of Commerce, we have the opportunity to have conversations with local government and with state government. And I'm happy to be out there as an evangelist for the candy industry. Do I nerd out a little bit on this? Yeah, I nerd out a lot on this one, which is why I go a little long on this video. But this is important. These are numbers. These are big numbers. These are dollars. These are jobs. We're an industry that needs to be recognized. So, hope you enjoyed my little nerding out time today. Have a great week. Next week we will be back talking about candy specifically. I've got a new product to show you. For those of you who this is your first time seeing these videos, please reach back. Please let me know if you enjoyed it or not, or if there's something else you'd like to hear about. You can always leave it in the comments below, or feel free to email. And it's info@48blocksfinecandy.com. That'll come straight to me. Also, if you are a member of the focus group, expect your packages by next Thursday. Focus group, you say? Packages, you say? Yes, packages, I say. If you are interested in becoming a member of the focus group, if you're interested in trying some of our products ahead of everybody else, a sneak peek, if you will, email me, info@48blocksfinecandy.com. All I need to know is who you are and where to send the samples. You'll get the samples along with instructions on how to complete the review of the product, so I can get feedback on taste, texture, what you like about it, what you don't like about it. And it means someone else is trying the products besides just me, because my palate is not the same as everybody else's palate. Not everybody likes the flavors I like. Lord, are there stories there. And I'll share some of those going forward. So thanks for joining me as always, and I will see you next week. Have a good one.